Alright, so shout out to my viewers and subscribers. Sports to the bone here again, man. Alright, so we see where former West Indies all-rounder and hard-hitting batsman Ricardo Powell recently came out talking about indiscipline in cricket. According to Powell, he could have benefited more from better understanding of discipline. Powell, who made a total of 116 appearances for the Caribbean side, was one of the cleanest hitters in the game. On a sports talk show, Powell admitted that early in his career, he thought being disciplined meant how you carry yourself on and off the field. He admitted that he wasn't looking at it from the point of view as it relates to how you apply yourself while playing the game. So he was mostly looking at discipline as in how you carry yourself on and off the field and not necessarily how you apply yourself while playing the game. In the future, the region needs to invest in mentorship programs. Well, I personally applaud him on this point. Reason being, I have seen loads of youngsters with endless potential get washed up because of the lack of mentorship. Powell is suggesting that special workshops should be organized for players. He went on and made it clear that this program should be related in this. Players that would have slipped through the cracks, similar to Powell, should be used to host these workshops. So, the youngsters would be able to have one-on-one discussions with players that would have gone through similar things. Growing up, Ricardo Powell is a player that I was always excited to watch. His overall gameplay was very entertaining. He was a bundle of energy in the field, and was always entertaining when batting. It is just sad to see how Powell's career went. Now, if we should take a look at what has been happening to West Indies cricket over the past 5 to 10 years, we would see a lot of youngsters that possessed endless talent that made their debut then never to be heard of again. If West Indies cricket is to get back to the top, there needs to be a system that shepherd our youngsters. A stable system like this would be one that would help our youngsters to basically transition from under 19 to the senior team. It is this gap that is causing the problem. It is the transitional phase from under 19 regional cricket to the senior team or to the senior level that is the problem. Because we see a lot of youngsters that are doing very good in schoolboy cricket, that are doing very good in under 19 regional level. But when it is time for them to make the transition over to the senior team, then we have a problem. We have a lot of players that would have made their debut, that would have probably played 2 or 3 games and then you don't hear anything from them again. When we have talented youngsters like this coming through, it is very important for us to just shepherd them in, make sure that they are, even when they are not in and around the team, we have to always be checking up on them, making sure that we are hosting seminars for the youngsters, things to make sure that we keep them on the right track so we don't lose them. The amount of players that I would have seen just come and play a couple of games for West Indies and then you don't hear anything about them. Players that would have, there are a lot of things that probably would cause this, cause them to just come and play a couple of games and then they just drop off or fall through the cracks. Be it that we're not talking about talent-wise. The players probably would have been talented, but you just, after failing in a couple of games, they don't hear anything about them. We have to be able to recognize our talent and make sure that we care them in such a way that, even when they are not a part of a team or a part of a setup, they don't feel left out. They should always feel as if there's a chance for them. You understand? They should always feel as if, boy, if I perform, then I will get the opportunity. The system shouldn't be set away that, the players are thinking that even if I come and I play and I make a lot of runs, then I won't get an opportunity. If I make a lot of runs in regional cricket, I still won't get an opportunity in the senior team. That should not be it. Players should be able to think that once I perform, there will be an opportunity. And they are only going to be able to think this way whenever they see that the system is clean and is straightforward. You shouldn't be picked to play on the side based on your nationality or based on who you know. It is straight performance that should allow a player to become a part of the national of the setup. It shouldn't be the case where, boy, you know X and X, so you can get a chance in the team. No. And Ricardo Powell is just one out of many players that we would have seen come on the scene, and then you don't hear anything about them. And so we're hearing it straight from Ricardo Powell. He's saying that it is because he didn't understand the meaning or how important it was to be disciplined while playing. And we're not talking about how you talk to people or carry yourself. We're talking about how you play the game. You know? There are a lot of youngsters that are getting opportunities, but they are just throwing it away. And we need a system where they can be educated as to how to keep their position or their spot in the team. You know, and Ricardo Powell wasn't the first, and I mean he won't be the last, but we just need to have a system in place that help to shepherd these youngsters from under 19 level to the international level. We don't want it to be a case where, boy, we have this very good 18, 19-year-old youngster that is on top of the world, and as soon as he gets thrown into the West Indies senior team and play a 1 or 2 game, I don't hear anything about him after that. Once you identify a talent as big as that in 18, 19, 20-year-old, you should be monitoring that talent. You should have senior players that are set over them to make sure that they help them to ease into the program. You know, we cannot be losing our youngsters like this. So there needs to be a system, and not just a system that is there to use a name and say, well, we are here and we are the system. We need a system in place that is, trustworthy, a system that is dependable, so we don't fail our youngsters. That is the only way West Indies cricket will return to the top, when we pay attention to our youngsters. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe to our channel.